This is fun broadcasting. YouTube. Countdown in 3 minutes.
Can we get this work Mobcast?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to turn it over to another guy.
Hi. Oh, you have a background of fire. That's cool. I tried to do a background on one of my Zoom calls. I couldn't figure it out.
I'll show you.
Okay. Now I have Zoom call Saturday, so.
I remember when you went away. That day. You didn't really have much left to say. That day. Sometimes it all just gets too much. I miss you, your voice, I miss your touch. It feels like years, please dry my tears. I remember when you went away. That day. Sometimes I catch you out of the corner of my eye, but I know it can't be you, and then I'm trying not to cry. My mind believes you're coming back. My heart 'cause are the fears. Please dry my tears. Dry my tears. 'Cause you're the only one who can. And when I reach out in the dark, hoping for some light, some spark, please calm my fears. Please dry my tears. Sometimes it all just gets too much. I miss you, your voice, I miss your touch. It feels like years, please dry my tears. I remember when you went away. That day, I just can't move, I just can't think. Dishes piled up in the sink. Can't feel my hands, my eyes, my ears. Please calm my fears. Please dry my tears. Please calm my fears. Please dry my tears. Please calm my fears. Please dry my tears. I was a vagabond, huddled on the strasse. There wasn't anything I was really after. I met a wise woman. She put a euro in my cup. She wore groovy sandals, smiled when I looked up. World love, world love. It can be so sudden. Take a moment if you would. We can have the peace we wanted. Practice what we could. World love. World love. World love. She knows he thinks about her. Though the times are not so red, but you can only blame the cards you're holding in your hand. She knows he thinks of you, doesn't want to let him go. While there's something left unfinished, something that she needs to know. She says, let's decorate the bedroom.
Welcome to the Come Get This Work Mobcast Reboot. My name is Dennis Espinosa. Maybe our man Stamina MC will join. I know George will join. Won't you, George? Let me throw the link in the chat. Just cut and paste this and put it in your browser and you're all set. Do a little work here. Hey, good evening, Marcus Bell. How you doing? We have a few things to talk about and have a few topics, and maybe you have something you want to talk about as well. We have a UFC fight night coming up. There's not too many fights there I'm interested in, but maybe you are. There's a reading where Khabib actually purchased a promotion in Kazakhstan, and he had a meeting with Dana White. It makes me wonder if Khabib's going to partner with the UFC. The link is there in the chat, George. Can you cut and paste it? I'll get it up my email just in case you can't do it that way. Things going all right, Marcus? Can you hear me okay? Is anybody there? Okay, good. Thank you. I'm trying to, yeah, Marcus, if you go ahead and just, here, I'm going to put the invite in the chat again. If you just cut and paste this into your browser, you can come on board. Good evening, Combo Breaker. So basically all you have to do is cut and paste that into your browser. Huh. What did I do? I think I shut down StreamYard. That's not good. I'll have to put this on the screen over here. Holy cow, did I do that? I'll have to operate with it. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is. Worried me there for a second. And I'm going to do a little housework here. Good. Glad you're working there, Combo Breaker. Good to have a job these days for a lot of people. Pretty tough out there, I understand. Do you see that link okay? Can you copy and paste that okay in your browser, George and Marcus? All right, well, send into my email and get that out of email. I don't know if you're having success or not. You're in StreamYard. Oh, there you are. I need to pay attention, George. There you go. There you are.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I was waiting my time. I was here. Yeah. How's things
I
going
got
up there?
Doing good. Doing good. Let's see. Marcus is saying Dennis in microphone for me. I'm not sure what that means. Let me send this link to Marcus' email real quick here.
Yeah, come in, Marcus. Yeah, we can use the extra body.
You like the intro, George?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice little ditties. A couple ditties we played. That was pretty cool.
What happened here? My combo says he can hear it fine. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get a code for a code. And I don't know where our man Stamina is tonight.
It might be, we're on different time zones than him. He might have something to do.
Might be
Usually,
sleeping.
yeah, because I think they're 5 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So it got to be about midnight for him, I think. But usually he'll pop in because if he knows that you get the reminder, and he might come in.
I'm trying to get him to come more regularly. He has a real nice studio, full studio. His
Yeah.
way it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe someday I grow up be like you, Stamina, and the coach.
Let me see. Let me share up. We can start talking here. See if anybody else joins here in a little bit. I'll go up with
All right.
talk a little bit about the upcoming fight night. Let me share that screen with you.
Yeah, I think No Filters girl Montana De Rose supposed to be fighting.
Yeah, she
and I think also, and also his two of his girls, Jillian Robinson also, and she's fighting KK Lee.
Well, that's you guys were pretty interested in that, huh? KK Lee was that girl that had the boyfriend that's racist.
Her husband.
Her husband? No, her husband.
He was the one. Yeah. Plus he abused her because she got away from him. I think he's supposed to be fighting I think he's fighting on the prelims.
The prelims are pretty lackluster. I don't really. It looks like they have a lot of new guys. Louis Smoke has been around for a bit. I'm wondering if we're going to cut him if he has another loss. I don't know how long ago his last win was. It's been a while. These other guys are brand new to me. I'll have to watch and see if what I think of them. The main card, there's a couple of things that I like. There's De Rosa and Talia Santos. What do you think of that fight, George?
What again?
What do you think of that fight? De La Rosa and
which one?
De La Rosa.
Well, if Montana don't beat this uh uh so Santos, she's gonna they're gonna send her packing. I mean, I think she's been on a 2-fight losing streak. She got beat by Vivian Araujo, and I think she had one. I forgot when the last fight she won. I don't really. The best person to probably tell you this would be BJ, because he keeps up with all his girls. And you got Montana and both Jillian, his girls.
Yeah, do you know much about Santos? Have you seen her fight?
No, I ain't her. Oh, hey, Robert Henry's here. Yo, Robert, come on in. We can use the savage.
The Bard, a Bard, another Bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot here that I'm interested in. Here's the stats. So Rosa's 11-6. Oh, Santos has a good record. So who knows? De La Rosa could have her hands full. Looks like they're pretty evenly matched too. Height's only different by an inch. Reach is the same. Leg reach, half an inch. So physically, they're matched up pretty evenly.
Yeah.
Marcus says Emmett is on a 1-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
But she had lost to 2 fighters that were in the top 10. Hey, there's Tate. Good evening, Tate. Hey, Tate, you can try to join us. Couldn't join us before with OBS, but you might be able to with StreamYard. There's the link. All you have to do is copy and paste that in your browser if you'd like to join, and come on up.
Yeah, how you feeling, Tate? I hope you're feeling better, because it wasn't that long ago she had caught COVID, because she works a nurse at her job. She deals with children, stuff like that, and she was she wasn't doing too well, but now she's bounced back.
Okay. Yeah, I think I read that in the chat last time. I think when Coach was doing a stream. So that's good.
Yeah.
Appears to be doing better. Robert says he doesn't have the right headset, and I'm in a good spot on yet. Maybe a little later. Okay. So I was reading that Khabib actually purchased the promotion.
With videos.
I was reading, George, that Khabib actually purchased a MMA promotion in Kazakhstan. And then he had that meeting with Dana White. So I was wondering, if you think there might be a possibility of him actually partnering up with the UFC and having a sister promotion in Kazakhstan. I think that's
also, he might try to do that he might kind of do like with Invicta. It'd be like a recruiting ground for new fighters, because these Russian fighter, what's his name, who has like this kind of same beard style like Khabib. He's Dana really likes him, and I think he's seen he's going to recruit a lot more from Russia. Seem like it, because you got Yana, you got Khabib, you got a couple others.
How do you say that guy's name? Chimov? He's supposed to fight Edwards?
I'll try. Yeah, he's supposed to fight Leon Edwards, because Leon always got sick because he has COVID.
Yeah, do you think Leon's being disrespected having to fight somebody that there's no advantage to him fighting? He's been waiting for a title shot, and then he has to risk a loss against someone that's not even ranked.
You know how Dana White is. He has his favorites. He'll give somebody he likes a chance over somebody he don't like, and that's how he works. He's just a douche. Excuse my language. Yeah. Because like I said, you have fighters that who hadn't fought most of this year. You got I mean, you just have a mess. I mean, he's just Coach Smith says, he talked about that. He needs to go. David needs to go. Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard should take over. Hire Shannon Nab to take over the women, and then you could even build up the 145 division for the women. I mean, so much that could be done if Dana White was in the way. He's his own worst enemy.
He hasn't done much of anything with the women's 145 class at all. It's sort of a limbo. Not sure when the next
No, he
145
did
will.
get that chick. Yeah, yeah. They get the new chick Danielle Wolf, but who she's gonna fight? I mean, if she fights someone like Megan Anderson or Felicia Spencer or even somebody who's not even their level, she can get smoked. That's right. They need to bring in, um, you know, I think they should bring in that chick Courtney King took a beating from Kayla Harrison. She's gonna be the new Hannah Cipher for the 145 division.
Yeah, they'll have to do something with that division soon. We're sort of wasting away. I jumped over to the
Yeah.
next pay-per-view event. Start with the early prelim to take a look at what's going on here. Looks like again has
I
some
think the
people.
next pay per view. Yeah, next pay per view supposed to be Amanda Nunes and Megan supposed to have been the main card, but Amanda dropped out for some kind of from whatever reason, injury or something, and I don't know whoever was the co-main event is gonna be the main event.
I hope Megan's working on her takedown defense.
Yeah. That's what she should have been worked on a long time ago. I mean,
Yep.
if you get beaten on the ground by Misha Tate, not Misha Tate, I mean by Holly Holm, that should tell you something.
Yep.
I mean, and Holly, remember how she lost her title to Misha Tate? She was whooping on Misha Tate, but when Misha Tate got on the ground, it was over.
Yeah, a lot of them are that way. A lot of them don't put in the work. You have to be well-rounded. You have to be willing to put in the work. You can't just rest on one strength. And she has.
Yeah.
Megan seems a little slow to me, but she does have heavy hands.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. If she does fight, when she do fight, Amanda Nunes, she has to keep the fight standing. I know Amanda Nunes has got some strong hands. She's tough, but Megan has her height. She has the height advantage, the length advantage. If she keeps the distance from it, hit Amanda with some good shots, maybe she might even she pull off a luck when she scratched Cat Zingano's eye with a toe hook.
Robert says UFC women's matchmaking is terrible for the most part. That's why an increase of call-outs are a must. Yeah, call-outs are good. It shows confidence. It shows at least you're acting like you wanted more. What's funny is after Edwards dropped out, no one called out Chimov to fill in for Edwards at all. So they just moved the fight to later on. I've seen him fight. It's going to be interesting to see when he actually fights someone in the top 5. We'll see really how good he is. There's the fight you were talking about before, George, with Andrea Lee and Jillian Robertson. What do you think about that fight?
Well, it could go either way. KKK Lee hasn't been doing too good. She's been on a 2-fight losing streak. She lost against Roxanne Two Broke Knees Modafferi. Somebody who I beat her before in the past. I think she got beat by Lauren Robo Murphy, and I think she wasn't ready for the UFC. They just got her because she's just a pretty face. So what? And she should have just maybe stayed. She was fighting LFA originally, and maybe she should have just did maybe 2 or 3 fights in Invicta, and then maybe they'll get her up. But I think they just wanted somebody, to fit the narrative, trying to grow the division, a face. That's what they wanted, a face. But she's not doing too well. If you're losing to people like Lauren Murphy and Roxanne Modafferi.
Yeah, Roxanne's sort of funny. She's a goofball. I sort of respect her. I respect her in a way because she gets in there and she fights. She's awkward as heck, and she looks more like a librarian than a fighter. That's sort of interesting. Marcus says Brianna is pregnant. Oh, Brianna, she's a fighter. She's tough.
I think looking forward to fighting. Yeah, I believe.
I was looking forward to her seeing her fight again.
Oh,
She's fire.
dang. Ooh, that's the thing about. I think that's the thing with a lot of the fans hate about the thing with women is that there's always that chance that, especially if you have a relationship, you're gonna get pregnant, and sometimes it's like you remember when Julian Pena got pregnant. She was out for almost 2 years,
Yeah.
you know, and then now Brianna is a young up and coming fighter, and she had her last fight she lost against Tisha Torres, and I think it was ready for her to come back. She's a former strawweight champion from Invicta. She won the Phoenix tournament. I mean, and people thought maybe, well, once she takes off that loss from Tisha, there's a good chance for her to come back. But now it'll be a while before we see her. We might not see her till the ooh, she's pregnant now, 9 months training. More likely, hell, it might be the first of the year after next where we see her in the octagon again.
Yeah, maybe the end of next year, possibly. Yeah, I saw the fight before. I saw a couple of fights before she fought Tisha. And you can tell she has a lot of potential. I think
Mm-hmm.
Tisha was good. That was a good learning experience for her. So if she comes back, she has the potential. All she has to do is develop the skills a little bit. And she's a tough little girl. She's a tough little girl for sure. What's interesting
Yeah.
about the main card is there's only one fight in the prelims. Maybe they'll be adding to that. I don't know. It's sort of strange.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
The main card,
Me, I think.
main card is loaded.
Well, I say is you always gonna. I think it's gonna be on ESPN Plus, the main card, and the prelims usually. I feel. I don't know. Where do we have the prelims at?
That is normally ESPN, I think.
Uh huh. Yeah.
So we have
Well,
Jacare coming back. I think Jacare had its time. He's probably on the slide. He's been around for a while. Would have
yeah,
liked to
boy.
see him get some better fights for himself earlier on in the UFC. I've always liked Jacare. Kevin Holland's good too. That'll be an interesting fight.
I forgot what weight division is Jacare in?
Middleweight.
Middleweight. No. I was thinking Cowboy Cerrone. He's a welterweight. I was thinking
Right.
it'd be great to have the battle between the two cowboys.
Well, they did that with who's the other guy named Cowboy? The guy from Brazil.
Oh yeah, that's ain't Jacare.
No,
No,
Jacare.
Jacare's cowboy.
No, not Jacare. No, Jacare's not called the Cowboy. There's the
Oh
other guy.
yeah. Trying to think who was the other cowboy.
I think they actually fought too. Actually fought and
Yeah.
Cerrone won. Ferguson Oliveira will be interesting. Actually,
Robert. Robert's a nut. Marcus Bell, Dennis Day, Roxanne will help find the new fiction section on the second floor if the library, right before putting you in a rear naked choke. Boy, man, Robert, you nuts, man.
I think even at my age, you'd have a hard time with it. I wrestled in college and I boxed, so I might give it a little problem even now it's 66.
Well, I used to wrestle, but we were kids. We used to wrestle. We country wrestle. We outside, or I played football, and and we used to sometimes we had a thing called the bull section when you in the middle of you put a guy in the middle, and then a bunch of guys come at you from different sides. I remember one time I was in the bull section. I was just guys hit me. I just boom, 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 just push them out. I said, "Damn, George, man, shit."
See, so right before
I was
putting
like,
you, go ahead, George. Finish up. I was going to make a smart comment about what Robert said. He said, right before putting you in a rear naked choke. Well, I'm not going to be naked when anybody chokes me, and I'm damn sure not going to choke her naked. So.
Yeah, careful. Some of those women who look like nerds and kind of like stewardess. they'll be the ones with the biggest freaks. That's the thing. We don't, I know Roxy's about all this anime and stuff like that, but we don't know what she
Mhm.
does in her private time. Wink,
And I
wink,
don't
nudge,
care.
nudge.
And I don't care. I don't care. I don't like that in my
Yeah,
eyes. But I've been
yeah.
following Brandon Moreno
But
for a while. The flyweight title fight. Brandon Moreno was actually cut at one time. He's from Tijuana. He comes from real tough background there from Tijuana. And he actually was fighting, and he
yeah,
got cut by the UFC, and then he came back, and he's actually fighting for a title now. I think he's going to be in trouble though with fighting Figueiredo. Um,
yeah.
Figueiredo's a beast. I'm hoping that Moreno does not get hurt. I think he's Aquarius read your freak comment.
that's why Mary Thomas called me this pervy sage. That's my moniker.
What do you think of Figueiredo, George? He's a pretty good fighter.
Yeah,
Like
probably a pretty good fight.
I like to see him fight Henry Cejudo again. See
Was
win
he
the
the guy? Was Figueroa the guy who broke Sean O'Malley's leg?
No, that was another kid. No, they're not in the same weight class. Yeah, Sean O'Malley was pretty. Didn't show a lot of sportsmanship.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't count that as a loss. He was lucky."
Him and Macy Barber have the same kind of personality. I think they might make a great couple. Young and dumb.
You got kicked just in the right place in that leg. You get kicked and hit hard enough in that nerve in your leg. That leg doesn't work well for a while.
Yeah, I remember I saw this fight years ago. It was Rosie Sexton against, I think it was a woman. I think she was Chinese or Japanese, and Rosie kicked her in the leg, and ooh, God, it looked like that whole ankle just folded, and the leg was just,
And if you kick hard enough, hit in the right place, you can also dislocate a knee.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some. Like I said, I watch I'm on YouTube a lot, and so sometimes you show certain videos and they show injuries, and those leg injuries, like you just see somebody's. Ooh.
Marcus Bill says, "Who remembers that power slam that Sarah Kaufman knocked Roxanne out with?"
Oh,
See the video on that.
It's probably somewhere on YouTube. All you gotta do is search Kaufman versus Modafferi.
That is what I'm doing right now. There it is. Move that over to here.
Because I think there's a lot of fights that didn't get televised as much or whatever. Like, remember Coach was talking about still can't find that fight between Liz Carmouche and Valentina.
She must pick her up here.
I know I did see a fight. I think was it either Marcus or Stamina posted. It was a fight between Marion Renault and Jessica Andrade. How Marion put Jessica Andrade into a triangle and made her tap out.
Good replay. Well, that doesn't seem like it should have knocked her out, though. That's sort of weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Robert says Alexa Grasso is going to spark Macy Barber with the hands in the upcoming fight. I don't know, Marcus. Robert. Macy. Even though Macy has sat out for a while, she has pretty good hands, And Alexa's kind of, in a way, timid. Even though she's in the same camp with Irene Aldana, them both being Lobo. It's just up to her. If she can really bring in the game and concentrate and maybe beat Macy at the gun, yeah, probably.
It's another striker versus grappler wrestler. Hopefully, we've been working her ground game too. You've got to, at the very least, have really good takedown defense, really good submission defense.
Yeah, because she got smoked by Roxanne Modafferi, and maybe during that time she should have been looking at that video, just going over it, seeing the mistakes she made in that fight, and then correct them. Because you just can't use you have to be, like I said, you said before, you just can't have just one little thing. Because everybody was talking about how Valentina in her fight with Jennifer Maia, and Jennifer Maya, she's a BJJ black belt, but
Mhm.
that's discipline, and she's a black belt in one discipline, while Valentina is a master in several disciplines.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Valentina's well-rounded in all aspects. She just doesn't have a whole lot of holes in her game at all. If she
Yeah.
has any holes at all, they're very small holes. Um, Maya did well. Well, I was sort of surprised how well Maya did. I didn't expect Maya to even last that long. I thought she'd go out by at least halfway through the second round.
Well, the thing with Valentina, she was out for. She hadn't fought since she fought Kayla Kachakian. That was like the first of the year,
Mhm.
and that's almost usually Valentina try to fight at least 3 times in the year, but she didn't fight most of summer, and this is the first fight back, and she might have a little ring rust, and and like I said, Jennifer Mines is big for a 125 because she used to fight at 135.
Mhm.
And I think she put up a good fight, but not enough to really do much. She won one round and that's it. And really, and we all know that it's always not going to always be a knockout. There's going to fight's going to go to distance. Like remember what happened with Joanna versus Wally Zhang. Everybody go talking about Joanna get knocked out. Joanna's going to get knocked out, but then that fight went the distance.
Yeah.
And still there's debate that I feel like, even if it wasn't for the fact that JJ was looking like Pumpkinhead, she probably would have won the fight. They would have given the fight by split decision. But
Mhm.
because her, that hematoma is growing, and they just said they look at the damage.
Yeah, it looks like Robert Henry and Marcus are talking about the Valentina Liz fight. Yeah, I didn't really think that was it was a loss, but it wasn't a loss type of deal. Trying to remember exactly what happened in that fight. It's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Valentina.
probably used
Go ahead, George.
some kind of Russian bots to get rid of that video, but more like it might be on UFC Pass if you can find it.
I,
If
I don't
it
have a
got to be somewhere.
subscription. I don't have a subscription to that. Let me try and find it.
Yeah, because something like that, the UFC not gonna that's their material, that's their brand. They're gonna keep some of that in the vault somewhere.
Let's see. Boop, boop, boop.
Mark say it wasn't the UFC their first fight with Liz. Yeah. So I think it was a dark fight. I believe. But even that's a dark fight. Somebody should have recorded somewhere.
Let me see if I can find it real quick here. I got a theme song for you too, George. I'm gonna play in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Corey should like this. Is Aquarius still out there? She should like this theme song I'm going to play for you.
Mm-hmm.
Valentina won.
This is one thing I'm going to ask. Yeah. So, what do you think about McNuggets? I'm about to say, what do you think about McNuggets versus Poirier 2?
I want to see McNuggets get beat. I just like seeing him get beat. That's all.
Everybody, we do, but everybody else don't. I'm tired of Connor, but I think they're talking about. Last weekend they had that Tyson versus Roy Jones fight, and that guy Jake Paul, he knocked out Nate Robinson, and there's
Yeah.
talk about possibly Jake Paul fighting Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's silly.
You never know. It's going to happen because you got to think about how popular Conor is, how
Yeah.
popular Jake is. He's a big time YouTuber. A lot of YouTubers know Conor McGregor than know more any other UFC fighter. And Dana White, he's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to probably try to push that because how much money they made off the Floyd versus Conor fight. That's been like about 3 or 4 years ago, just about. And fight like this, that's another, that's big pay-per-view money, you know, and Conor probably burn out most of his Floyd money from his lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah. So Robert says it was an illegal upkick, and that's how Liz won. He provoked my memory. I think I remember that. And I can't find the video either. What was illegal about the upkick, Robert?
Well, I think I think certain positions, it might have been a kick after the bell, or some kicks can be illegal even if you're on the back and you're kicking somebody. It's there's so many different rules in the UFC. Because you can't knee opponent that's down, and you can't hit somebody. You hit the side of the head, but not the back of the head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that video a long time ago. That Robert mentioned it. I don't remember exactly the details on why it was illegal. Maybe Robert can type in the answer there in the chat. You ready for your theme song, George?
All right, go ahead and play it.
Oh, that was a big sigh, man.
I'm just hoping. I just got my hopes up.
Leroy boy, is that you? I thought your post-hanging days were through. Sunken eyes and full of sighs. Tell no lies.
There's your theme song, George. Still there? Are we frozen?
Nope.
Oh, hello. You're back. You locked up there for a second. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
The video must have messed things up a little bit. There's my theme song for you, George.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Like I say, it's not like your theme song. You got the best theme song.
I don't know about
that. So anyway,
that's the theme from the old sports program.
No, which sports program was that?
It was Wild World of Sport.
I thought it was from the old NBC News. So.
The Wide World of Sports with Jim McKay. That was before your time, George.
Oh yeah, I used to remember Howard Cosell back in the day when he was with them before he looked at a little monkey run comic got him kicked out.
Yeah, him and Muhammad were really funny together.
Yeah, they're very good friends. I mean, I remember Muhammad Ali said how this Jewish dude, really supported him. I mean, I remember how they used to always talk junk between each other, when they do the interviews after the fights, and how, he tell Howard Cosell, say, Cosell, I might knock that wig off your head. and Cosell said, I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. And I just love that. They just had this great relationship. This black guy from Louisville, and there's some Jewish guy, from, I think it was from New York, or I forgot where he was from, originally from. And it just, it's just a nice, true friendship, especially in that time, like during the age of civil rights movement and Vietnam, everything was going on around them.
There's always good people around, just not left from too many boneheads around. Did you ever see the video of Billy Crystal doing a tribute with
yes.
That was really good.
Yes. I remember Billy Crystal, he was like, after the Howard Cosell's funeral, Ali came up to him and said, little brother, he was talking to him and said how much they're gonna miss Howard. But yeah, I remember that. I saw that video. I saw it quite a few times. Bill Chris was a good actor. He needed to host the Oscars again.
So I'm going to see if I can find what Marcus put in the chat there. It says the first fight of Valentina and Liz. Here's Liz talking about the fight.
Mm-hmm. See. Yeah, it's hard to find that. I mean, they must have scrubbed it or something. I mean, you can't get rid of the fight with her between her and the two fights between her and Nunez, but I don't know.
Right here.
I think Pavel had a plan. I don't know. Pavel had something to do with it. I just assuming. Yeah, Liz Carmouche recalls Shady first fight against Valentina Shevchenko. How's the Shady? That's the question. I like Liz Carmouche. She was a good fighter. I mean, they really screwed her in the UFC. I mean, just because she lost that fight against Valentina, just because whatever other
Carmouche's victory was indeed due to a doctor's stoppage. Unfortunately for curious fans,
even though she lost to Valentina, makes some fights difficult.
Yeah, it says here that Carmouche's victory was indeed due to a doctor's stoppage. Unfortunately for curious fans, there is no available food.
Any lectures.
No video anywhere. You're breaking up, sort of, George. Yeah, the TV on in the background.
Yeah.
You hear me okay, George? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What are you watching on TV?
All in the Family.
So back to MMA. Ferguson versus Oliveira. How do you think that goes?
I don't know much about either one of them. Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
I know what Tony. I don't know much about Oliveira, but Tony. He's that dude. I think this gonna be a win for him, even though he lost to Justin Gaethje. I think this could be a win for him. I feel like he should have. What if he didn't lose to Gaethje? I think there would have been a great fight between him and Khabib.
Yeah, if they say styles make fights, his unorthodox style, Gaethje is a lot more versed in, standard boxing technique, and I don't think you can have an unorthodox style with somebody that's really schooled in good old fashioned boxing. If you're doing the stand up. Given Khabib exposed Gaethje. Gaethje's ground game really wasn't that good. He could keep Khabib from taking him down. Ferguson should have tried to take him down or pull guard because Tony's really good from full guard on bottom. He'll put a hurting on you from being underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right, Robert. Shevchenko's on. She's 2 heads above everybody else. I think I don't see a competitive fight for her in her weight class at all. It's either Whaley or Nunez, and I know people say they don't want to see Nunez Shevchenko 3, but she really wants that fight. She wants that back, and I think if she's more aggressive, she has a shot. Of course, Nunez has gotten better as well. Her stand-up's gotten better.
Yeah. I think the thing is, I know she wants that get back, but I don't know. You know how Dana White is. I think he feel like this. If Valentina won that second fight or won that first fight, you have a fight between the piece of them. That's the thing about with these trilogy fights. It's always good when you have one fighter win one fight, you got one fighter win another, and you have that third fight. break the tie, like with Ali and Frazier and Gotti and Ward. It's just when you have that, but then we have that one fighter has two fights already over the other one. Some people feel, what's the point of having a third fight if you already beat this person twice straight? But if
Yeah, but
you
the
know,
one was pretty close. It was questionable. Some people thought Valentina won it. So
yeah,
I think, again, it's a competitive fight.
mhm,
As long as it's a really competitive fight and can go either way, I think it's worth making. And again, I can't see anyone in her weight class giving her any competition.
yeah. But the thing is, that you got to fight at 135 because you know that Nunes cannot make 125,
Oh,
and
for sure, for sure, yeah.
so Valentina has to either put on some muscle mass if she want to fight Valentina, because I think she she tries to stay fight ready because she always comes when she comes to the weigh-ins, she's
Mm.
weighing in at the fight level at the weight um level, or she might be like maybe a pound so short because I think the last fight she fought she was at 124. She
Yeah,
fought
she doesn't work around too much above her fighting weight at all. I think it's pretty close to her natural weight, so she doesn't
yeah,
have to cut weight, and that's good.
yeah, and if more fighters have that mindset like she did, and I think it would have helped a lot because there's been so many fighters who've been dropped, had to fight set the council because of they couldn't make the weight cut. I think Macy Chazon, she supposed to have fought who was she supposed to fought that while back? I forgot, and she couldn't make because of weight cut. And another girl was supposed to fought about that same time too, and she couldn't make weight cut. And that's the thing you got to remember with women, they carry a little bit more, you know, um, body fat higher than men,
Mhm.
and that's the hard part about it, trying to lift weight. Ooh, Derek Kaufman, ouch!
What was that, George?
I see. I saw that. I was just popped over to the YouTube part, and I saw the Sarah Kaufman getting
Oh, the
slamming the
slam.
Roxanne Modafferi,
Yeah,
and that, I think that
that's
was bad.
it. Doesn't seem like she should have been knocked out
Yeah.
though. Let me look at
Well, it
something
depends
here.
how hard you hit your head. Yeah. I think they look like that was back in Strike Force, or was it in the UFC?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the UFC fight night before this one. Yeah, I'm thinking about the UFC fight before this one. That wasn't too fantastic of a fight night there.
It
Let's
was
see.
it was the same night as the excuse my language, the shit show that happened on with Tyson versus Jones. So it was just kind of a disappointing night for
Yeah.
combat sports. Period. To me, I mean, I saw some of the fight because somebody posted it on YouTube, and it was just I think I was me being a boxing fan, grew up watching boxing. I think I
Mhm.
had so many high hopes, especially Iron Mike Tyson. I had I was thinking it's gonna be like Iron uses head movement, body blows, you know just putting Roy Jones out, man. That's where I think a lot of people want to see. And then with the fight ending with a draw, I think a lot of people feel like it was a big letdown for a lot of fans. And then you had the fight with Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, where Nate Robinson should still a basketball brother. I mean, you should have took some more time to train if you think about fighting the guy, and especially somebody like Jake Paul. And even though he only had one fight before that fight, still,
Yeah, I think trying to cross sports like that, I don't know anybody that's done it successfully other than a long time ago. That was Bo Jackson. And he went into baseball
yeah,
from football. Football, and he was successful at both. He's an amazing athlete. Think he's like a one in every 2 decade athlete.
yeah. I remember that. I mean, I was a big fan of Bo Jackson. I remember he used to have my haircut like that. One of my teachers called me Bo Jackson because I had the haircut, and he was so great. I remember one game he was playing with the Royals, we ran across the wall. I mean, he ran across the wall like he was Spider-Man. I mean, they used to show it, play it like, I remember he had that cartoon series with Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky,
Mhm.
Pro Stars, and used to play it in the credits when it came on, and show that part when he's running across the wall. I mean, dang! I said, wow. But then when he hurt his hip, and that just, I mean, I feel like if he didn't hurt his hip, he probably would have won a couple of Super Bowls by the time he retired.
Katie has been on the phone. She's been talking about it. She says that that COVID was scary. Yeah, some people it affects a lot, and some people it barely bothers at all. And then my wife was telling me someone she volunteers at the Pregnancy Resource Center. And there was a couple of girls that got it there, and it's affected their memory. They're trying to the short-term memory has been really degraded because of the COVID.
Yeah, because it's what that killed my mom. Because that's what we believe that she got in the hospital because none of us were sick, and that's one thing I was trying to keep her not going to the hospital. She'd been there a couple of times because my mother she had just a lot of issues, and when she went in that last time, I think some of us feel like she was gonna come out, and that was the worst part about it. We couldn't have been there to hold her hand and tell her that we love her. I know one time my sister came by the house and we did a video visit, and she was that's put her to a medicated coma, and
Yeah,
then I don't know, it's
that's terrible.
yeah, I mean,
It's happened to a
and
lot of people. If my mother's an extended living, and she might have maybe a year to live, and if she gets in that place where she's going to go, they're not going to be able to keep me out of there. Screw them.
yeah, like I said, I didn't have a car. I would have loved to go up there, but
Yeah,
you know how it is. I might get jumped by 4 or 5 security guys and get put in the jail. My family had to bail me out. So yeah,
yeah,
no, she didn't want me to do that. Try to,
yeah.
And my mom was a good woman, a strong woman. I loved her so much.
I'm just a bad person.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. But like I said,
Good thing where she's staying, no one's got it, and they do the lockdown thing, and we can. My little sister's up there in Utah. She's in Utah. She can right now. You can go to the window of her room and talk through the distance through the screen door. So you're outside, and then she's in her room, but none of the people inside have gotten COVID. They haven't caught COVID at all, which is good.
Like I said, I do my own live stream. That's the Muscle Talk, and I just there's like I said, there's a bodybuilding show coming up this weekend, and quite a few female bodybuilders are not going to make it because the thing is that like in Italy, the rate has gone up. What they have to do if you want to come in the United States and compete, you have to either quarantine for about 14 days in Turkey or do it in Mexico. And the show is called the Arizona Pro, which is connected to the Rising Phoenix. And I think for some people, some of the ladies who going to want to compete the show, it's easier for them to quarantine in Mexico if it can. And all they got to do is just drive across the border to Arizona, because Arizona's, depending where you're at, Arizona's not too far, But some have to. One lady I follow, she did 16 days in Turkey, and she just flew to Arizona just about a couple of days ago.
Yeah. And we're pretty fortunate there. We're on a couple of acres, and we go outside. We do whatever we want. We're in a little old railroad town called Cleburne, population 30,000, and stores have signs, but they don't know. A lot of them don't really enforce the mask thing, and it's sort of interesting. But there hasn't been a big uptick in COVID here either. sort of an old railroad town, sort of a bit of a
there's
retirement down the way. A lot of older people.
where I live. It's kind of really small town. We only have one stoplight, one grocery store. We have Dollar General and Family Dollar.
Okay.
Uh, the biggest town close to us is like just a couple miles away. It's in South Carolina. It's across the border. And I hadn't heard a lot of COVID cases around we have here, but my county's on one of the highest lists for COVID. That's Robeson County, because North Carolina is one of those states that's in the top 10. But our governor, Roy Cooper, who just retained his term, just got a second term now. He's been really starch about trying to keep up. Because a lot of the stores I go to, you got to wear a mask. Even you go to post. Sometimes I go to the post office not with my mask. I'm just going to my mail, getting in and out. But generally, if I go to a grocery store, if I go to, if I go shopping, I try to wear a mask. Go to my doctor appointments, I wear a mask. I mean, I don't try to take this thing. I take this thing, seriously enough because, like I said, you never know who has it and when you're going to get it.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is for this high population density. I know in Dallas and Fort Worth they've had a big uptick in COVID cases, and the testing is sort of goofy too. They can get false positives and everything else.
Yeah, because that was the thing with my mom. Because they say first time it was like she didn't have it, and then said did she have it, and then it's just
Yeah, it's political too. I think we need to protect the most vulnerable people, like older people, that are more susceptible than people with other medical conditions that make them more vulnerable.
Yeah.
But everybody else, I don't know. I don't know. And the impact from shutting down economies is going to get really bad. It could have devastating results. I read that in Japan, because of the shutdowns, there are more suicides, more people dying of suicide than there are people dying of COVID.
Oh, hey, we got Roger Allen in the building, Bullet Code.
Really cool.
Maybe you want to come on Capital with us, see how, because he's still close to Valentina. Let us know what's going on.
I'll post the link there. You can join. I've heard Coach talk to Mr. Allen before.
Yeah, he's pretty good dude. He's I really like Roger.
Maybe we can ask.
I think Roger's in Texas too, and he got himself a ranch and something like that. That's pretty good.
Maybe we can ask him what makes sense. What do you think makes sense for Valentina's next move?
We all know she's going to be Jessica Andrade. I mean, yeah, he's in Texas, like you said. It has to be Jessica Andrade. I mean, my Lauren Murphy, she's talking about, I've run a 4-fight winning streak. I should get it next. But three fights were legitimate, and one was a chump change suit can fight.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah, Lauren wouldn't have much of a chance against Valentina. Andrade has a little bit better chance. The problem with Andrade is she has never learned good technique.
Yeah, so more likely, if anybody, I think Lauren Murphy is going to fight, I will think they'll probably throw Jennifer Maia against her. Even though Jennifer Maia lost, they'll probably feel like, why not we take a former contender? You want to get a chance, fight a former contender. If you can get past the former contender, then you get your title shot. If not, well, we'll just try to find somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, Maia will beat Murphy, and Andrade again. She's never, she's a barnstormer, but she's never learned good technique. And Valentina's got technique pretty well dialed in. So I don't.
Yeah.
Andrade may last a little longer, but Andrade has a good aggressive style, and that plays right into Valentina's hands.
Mm-hmm. Because people are talking about how Coach did a film study a while back, and you got to remember, Jessica lost against 3 people that Valentina defeated. She lost against Jennifer Maia, against Joanna Jacek, and I think she lost against I think she fought Liz Carmouche too.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Allen says he's on the Texas-Louisiana border,
Mm.
and he goes ahead and says that Valentina's fighting Andrade, and he says that's a good matchup. Hopefully it's more competitive than all the other fights. I was surprised that Maya even lasted as long as she did. I was totally wrong. I thought she'd be out by the end of by at least the end of the second round. Good evening, Mrs. Green. How you doing?
Yeah, I think what's saved Maya was her being a BJJ black belt.
Yeah.
That will probably that probably really saved her.
Now she was able to take some shots too.
Yeah, she's pretty took some shots, especially even though Valentina may not have a lot of power in her punches, she has a skill set. Like I said, I did a video where I called her Brian Mills from Taken. She's a
Yeah.
she's Brian Mills. She has a particular set of skill sets. Well, I'll call her. Yeah, Bulko said, yeah, she got a brick chin.
Yeah,
talk about Maya.
She was tough. She started getting taken to school by the end of the fight though, but she was tough.
Yeah, because Valentina throwing those takedowns. I mean, she was good with those takedowns. Yeah.
I think Valentina probably just accumulates damage on people.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of the shots like she's knocked out people with head kicks and that kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think once she engaged her and figured out, like, I think she's like she's just how West would say it, Tay can't log in. Maybe you can send her a link to her email. I think you might have an email in the
let me see here. All she has to do is really cut and paste the link. I'll put the link again in chat.
Yeah.
Try this, Tay. Let me know if you can do this or not, Tay. See if you can cut and paste that into your browser, and you should be able to join us.
Yeah.
If you can't post it, go ahead and give me your email. I'll email it to you if you'd like.
Yeah. But with Valentina engages the opponent and she figures him out, that she's already got a game plan, and that what makes her just a great fighter. She just just knows how to put something together. Like I said, I'm still a casual. Like like someone like Stamina and TJ 347 say, yeah, but I'm still a casual. I'm just still learning.
Yeah, I follow given fighters. I'm not into it as much as his coach and some other people. I don't know the details. I follow individual fighters that I like pretty closely.
Yeah, because I used to, when I got into, a friend of mine, he got me into MMA. I used to watch mostly boxing, and I remember one time I was watching was a video one time. This guy, it was Bernard Hopkins, and he called MMA gay sex. And I think he said BJJ, he's called it BBJ. I'm very careful not.
Oh, look, I do have TJ's email. Pop right up there. I'm sending an email to Tay. Keep on entertaining, George.
Yeah, Tay, you might want to go ahead and remove your email now, because you got to be careful with people out here, because you got these nuts that don't like the LDBC, and you're the queen. So just go ahead and remove your email, since you already got it. For your safety, for more than yours. Anything. Yeah.
I can hide it too.
Yeah, that's a good thing too.
Oops, it throws it up on the screen. I don't want to do that. Yeah, that email. Coach, you should have it here pretty quick.
Yeah, because the coach talks about how some of these people are just, like when we talk about how Valentina, how good she is, people just are so in doubtful, And Antonina, she did a good job against Ariel Lipsky, and I think she found her, she needed time. And the thing with Antonina is they put against two, I would say, veterans. Because Kagan been in with the UFC for a long time. Roxanne Modafferi's been fighting for a long time. It should have brought her along. Yeah, she was healthy, but should have brought her along a little easier. Should have gave a couple of chump change fights, and then put her against somebody who was at a higher caliber.
Yeah, I didn't know
But yeah,
Antonina was having physical issues, but one thing I did notice,
yeah,
she definitely has been putting in the work because
yeah,
she was a lot better on the ground,
yeah,
lot better putting in the work. And that's the thing, you have to be willing to put in the work. You
yeah,
want to be the best or near the best. You got to give it all you got. You have to live and breathe it.
yeah.
Valentina's lived and breathed it for a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
again, we're watching Antonina the last fight. I could tell that she's been really putting in the work and doing good training, and she has a great partner to train with. Can't beat that.
And you got your sister's your great partner. You got your husband is your trainer. She's good. She's golden. You might well say. And I think after that fight when she beat Aaron Liskey, she yelled. I think she just feel like, yes, I finally, I got this shot. I'm doing good. I think and she got the fight bonus of the night, $50K.
Yeah.
I think she deserved it.
So who's next for Antonina?
Yeah. Plus, it was her birthday the day before, so that's a great belated birthday gift to get $50K.
Who's next for her? What's the next fight? What's the next move?
I don't know. There was, if Jillian Robinson can beat Andrea Lee, then that's a possible fight. If not, maybe Vivian Araujo if she fights Roxanne Modafferi.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two possibilities. Either Jillian or Vivian Araujo.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'll be interested in watching her next fight coming up because I was impressed about the amount of improvement she had on the ground from her previous fights. You got to do that, man. I don't understand people that want to rely on one strength at all. There's too many people that have done that for fight after fight after fight. I'm good at stand up, and that's all I want to do is stand up. It's not good at all.
Dennis, I'm going to step away for a minute, so you can talk to the crowd. I'll be right back.
I'll try. I'm not a talker. Mr. Allen says that they usually have Antonina fight every 6 months. Mr. Allen, do you happen to have any kind of inclination of who Antonina might be fighting next? Oh, okay, that's cool. So she's training for a commercial pilot's license. That's nice. Does she shoot? I noticed that Valentina likes Glock 19s. That's okay. So they both shoot. Yeah, I've seen a couple of shooting videos. I have firearms myself. I'm a bit versed in that area as well. So it'll be interesting, the fights that are coming up. The ones that again I'm interested in. Going back here, and I've been following Mr. Moreno here for a while, even before he was cut by the UFC the first time, and now he has a title shot, which is sort of amazing. He came back with the UFC, and now he's fighting for the title. I don't. It'll be competitive, but I figure Redo was too much of a beast in my mind. I think he's going to have a tough time. There's Tay-Tay. Let me bring Tay-Tay in. Hey, Tay-Tay, we finally meet up in video on a stream.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Tay-Tay. How you doing?
Hey.
Yes.
What's going on?
I'm about to say that. All right. How you
fellas.
feeling?
Oh.
Feeling better?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
can you hear us?
Oh. Can you guys hear
us?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
A little tiny bit.
All right. How you feeling?
Let me leave. Let me come back and hold on.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna say about saying my break was sponsored by water. The more you drink of it, the more of it comes out of you. But anyway, but like I said earlier, Antonina, possible opponents for her is it's a good chance she might fight if Jillian Robinson get past KK Lee. I know Jillian said she called out Antonina. That's an opponent. Or if Jillian can't get past KK Lee, I think Vivian Aloroju supposed to be fighting Roxanne Malaferi. So maybe Vivian could fight Antonina. Yeah.
See, I'm trying to remember my wife's 9mm. So no Glocks. 9mm. Who made that 9mm? Responding to Alan in the chat there. You got a 1911 and 45 at Smith & Wesson J-frame. That's my wife's, and I bought her a little 9mm. I have mostly rifles and rifle-based pistols. A little Blackout 300 that I built for my wife. And there's Tay again.
My brothers,
hey, Tay, you hear us now?
Have
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Tay,
hey,
hear us.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, what's up with you?
I'm chilling, just chilling. What's going on with you guys?
You sound like a lot better. I mean, I saw you last weekend with the liquor spot. You looked a lot better. You sound a lot better now.
I feel good. I'm much stronger now. My sense of smell and taste are back. They've been back since Thanksgiving. I just been eating up everything in sight, and I'm good. I mean, what a battle I had to face. Yeah, that COVID is no joke. I mean, I had got it on the 20th, and oh my God, all I can remember is that I felt very sleepy. I felt like I wanted to faint. My body started aching all over the place, and I had 103 temperature.
Wow.
And it was bad. I had every symptom that you can think of: the sore throat, the sense of smell loss, and I was scared. I was crying. My mom was crying, and it was just like a deadly virus. Like, I had the flu before, but COVID is a totally different ball game, and thank God I didn't have pneumonia with it. So.
Yeah, complications can make things a lot worse. Did you have any problem with your memory?
No. I didn't have any problems with my memory. I just felt very fatigued. I felt like I wanted to die or something, but it was just rough,
Sort of like a combination of mono and flu, in a way.
Oh, this was worse than the flu because I had the flu before, but this was a totally different beast.
I remember I had like, was it about 10 years ago? I had pneumonia in my left lung, and it was just, I had the walking pneumonia, and I'm telling you, it is bad. I mean, I couldn't sleep at night. I mostly slept through the day. I was sweating. I just it's just and they said COVID.
My wife makes up some tinctures, and that we do a lot of herbal stuff. I can't remember the last time I even had a cold. Some things email about how she makes her tinctures. She makes a lemon garlic tincture with something else in it. I don't know, but we've both been really healthy.
Yeah, all I gotta say, Dennis, is just be very careful because it's a deadly virus, and COVID is back on the rise, and we're about to have a dark winter. So just play it safe, wash your hands, wear your mask. Because I mean, I'm a healthcare worker. I'm a frontline worker, so more than likely I did catch it from my job because I deal with a lot of COVID patients. I am careful. I wear my N95, but maybe my body was drained at that time, and I might have touched something, and then I work out at the gym. I might have caught it at the gym. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I am a frontline worker, and it's a risky job, but I have to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 13 years, so you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
And
definitely not cavalier, and I believe in honoring positional authority. So if I go to a store and they have
Mhm.
a sign, even though they're not enforcing it, I'll,
Right.
I'll put on a mask anyway, just out of respect for I'm walking into their house, basically, right?
yeah,
And walk into somebody's house without obeying the rules, and if you don't like the rules, don't go there, right?
Right.
yeah. 'Cause
And it
I
really hurt my heart because I was supposed to be on vacation. I was supposed to be helping my mom cook dinner, and I really couldn't do anything. And I was isolated from my family. So, you know, and plus I live alone. I'm not married or anything like that. So it was like a dark time for me. And COVID really made me think. So, but I'm doing fine.
mhm,
I feel so good. I mean, I'm hungry. I'm eating all the time,
mhm,
but I'm good. I defeated it, so it's gone. But my antibodies are
yeah,
very high. So what the doctor would say is, if I was to get it again, it probably wouldn't be as bad as I got it before because
Yeah.
my antibodies are very very high. I have antibodies, but
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
my wife works as a volunteer. I don't know if you heard me earlier, Tay Tay. My wife works as a volunteer at the Pregnancy Resource Center here in Cleburne.
Uh huh.
And two of the people that she worked with got it, and they both are having problems with their short-term memory.
mm,
Yeah, just like aftermaths of it, like I still in a way do have the cough, but it's not as severe as I had it before. Cause see, for me to get cleared, I couldn't have any type of symptoms, but maybe like once in a blue moon, the cough may come back a little bit.
Mhm.
And I am asthmatic, so I do feel tightness, like pinches in my
yeah,
chest. But for my age, I'm 42, so I'm doing good. Recovering from it. You know.
Good.
yeah,
That's great to hear. That's really
yeah.
good.
And also with the virus is that some people it's like it's hard to recover after if you do
Mhm.
recover. It's just the hard part about it because some say that there's like scarification on the lungs and some
Yeah.
organs, because of the virus. And
Yes.
me, I gotta be careful because I have a pacemaker and I have congestive heart failure. And right now
So
I'm
you
doing
have
pretty
an
good.
underlying illness, so you
Yeah.
You need to be real
So
careful,
you
George.
have to be very
yeah,
careful.
because I rarely leave the house. Cause ever since my mom passed, I most of the time at the house. I only go out when I need to pick
God.
up some stuff for the house. Then also I just was it about a few weeks ago? I went to see my cardiologist. I've dropped 16 pounds because now that I got to take care of me now. So
Yeah.
I've been like I've cut back some of my snacking. Even though as a fat man, sometimes it's hard to get away from the good stuff. I try to eat a little healthier. I drink more water. I in the morning I get up. I do some exercises. I use resistant bands. I do some old football calisthenic exercises to help me out.
Mhm.
And I just try to focus. Some mornings I get up and I tell myself I don't want to exercise. I just want to lay in the bed. I make myself do it,
Well,
and that's the
see,
thing
with
is,
me, I do boxing for cardio, so I'm sort of taking a break from that for a while because I'm very cautious right now because
yeah,
I said that I would go back to the gym maybe like in mid January, but I am trying to watch what I eat because now that my appetite is back, I'm eating everything in sight and I'm not being, careful. So I'm trying to cut back on certain stuff as well. But yeah, it's just certain places I just want to cut back from because I mean it was just a scary feeling to have that.
yeah. I remember one day I was out a couple of weeks ago, and I had to get some stuff for Thanksgiving dinner. I was gonna make my macaroni and cheese. That's my specialty for Thanksgiving. And I picked up a
Hmm.
few things, and I was leaving the grocery store. My sister, she wanted me to get some stuff for her. I was leaving the grocery store, and the next time over, there's this Chinese restaurant, and for the
Hmm.
last few months, they were just doing takeout orders. And then I was come up to the stoplight, and they said that the buffet was open. I was like Pookie in New Jack City saying, yeah, if he
I
called me,
stay away
man,
from
if he
I
calling
stay
me.
away from buffets, man.
I know. But it was calling me, man. It was calling my name.
What's your name?
Yeah.
I want to keep on going, but it was calling me. It was calling me.
But just be careful, guys, because we got a long way to go, and now they're trying to push the vaccine on us health care workers. But
Oh yeah, be careful with that vaccine.
I don't know whether it's mandatory for us to take it, but I know I really don't want to take it. But it's about my job at the end of the day. But you know,
That's a tough spot because I heard that I was reading that 15% of the people that have gotten it so far have had some nasty complications. I'm not taking it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
They
either.
said it base.
But that puts you in a tough spot, Tay, your job or having to take it. And that's no good. I'm sorry for you there.
Yeah, it's. I think I heard somebody say that a vaccine, if a good vaccine is like in 2 years, because you try to push this vaccine too soon, it may not even really work because you have to at least let this
Exactly.
thing. Yeah, you got to let this thing run. It's got like like when the Spanish flu many years ago they compared that to, or the Black Plague, or most of these epidemics. You got to let it at least run for 2 years, and then you create some kind of a vaccine that will work. Yeah, yellow fever vaccine was in Brazil, and Brazil is ties America for the biggest rate. We're tied with Brazil.
I have to get you all some information about vaccines. There have been like a 10 video webinar special
Mm-hmm.
about vaccines, and it's like, I'll stick with natural immunity. Mr. Allen says he had major complications from yellow fever vaccine when he went to Brazil. There have been a lot of horror stories about vaccines, and
Oh
then
yeah.
using vaccines to sterilize people and all that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because let's say we want to do is be like the Walking Dead or something like that. Well,
Well,
but anyway, let's get back.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh
let's get
yeah, the
back to
fights.
yeah.
so
But I just know.
what fights interest you, Cut, that are coming up, Tete?
Well, right now, it's boxing for me. I can't
Yeah,
wait for this I know you guys are talking about MMA, but the fight that I'm looking forward to seeing is
That's
Saturday.
Garcia.
It's
That's Garcia.
Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr.
yeah. That's the
Um,
big fight for this weekend.
yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
I like both fighters, but I feel that Errol Spence Jr. is going to be the better boxer in this fight. So I'm going
Well,
with the truth.
Do you
yeah. I
think
hope he's.
it's faster than Garcia? I think he's faster.
Uh well, I know Danny Garcia. Like I said, he's a good fighter, but he starts out very slow. Um, I mean, he's flat footed, but I think what it is that with Danny, if he wants to have any success against Earl Spence Jr., he's gonna have to start early. He can't wait for Earl to start throwing punches. Um, but I got this fight either by unanimous decision or possibly by knockout. I know Danny's going to be probably hard to knock out, but anything can happen in boxing. And I think Errol Spence Jr. is gonna shock the world by giving Danny his first knockout because I feel that Errol Spence Jr. is the more skillful fighter than Danny.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I hope he. That with last year Earl had that car accident where he crashed his car from and I hope he's like at least 90%. Recovered.
Right, right.
Yeah,
And a lot of people
and
are
I.
talking about the car accident, which I can understand because we don't know what type of Earl Spence Jr. we're gonna get. But I've seen some tapes of Earl working out. He's been working out for about 10 months with this fight, and Earl looks good. Errol looks good. He
Mhm.
looks like he's ready for battle, and I'm confident. I'm rolling with Earl Spence Jr. in this.
But like I said, this is I'm going to talk to you since you're really the more the boxing expert here for us. When Earl beats Danny, Who do you think he should call out?
Listen, George, you already know. You hear us on the liquor spot.
Yes, I know.
We want Bud versus Spence Jr. We want undisputed. It's time. We've been waiting for too long. It's time for this fight to happen. I want to see Bud get in there with Spence Jr. That's the fight that should happen next.
Are
I
Haney
think
and
we
Tank in the same weight class?
Huh?
Are
What?
Haney and Tank Davis in the same weight class?
What? Who?
Haney and
Devin
Tank
Ha-
Davis in the
Oh
same
no,
weight class?
Devin Haney. Devin
Yeah.
Haney is he's 130, 135.
So it's lighter.
I believe that division is if I'm not mistaken, wait a minute, because Gary Russell is featherweight. So what's after featherweight? I think it is lightweight. 135.
Welterweights before lightweight.
Huh?
So if it's
Welterweights before lightweight.
Welterweight is 147.
147.
Yeah, 147. That's Danny Garcia, Spence Jr.
Let me
Yeah.
look that up here. I'll look this up real quick.
I think 135 is I'm not sure. But Devin Haney is he's a 135 fighter.
but if he don't, if the big problem is we all know the big problems with is going to be, is Bob Arum. He's the one who's holding things up.
Yeah.
He's just and way he treats
But
Bud.
mhm.
Bud's kind of like that Samuel Jackson character from Django.
Oh my God.
Looks like Haney wants to fight Lopez.
I mean, yeah, Devin Haney. I like Haney. Gary Russell Jr. He hasn't fought in a long time. I mean, I don't think there's really no competition at 126, and I feel that he should move up and fight Devin Haney or Tank Davis. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Haney ever going to fight Garcia?
I'll say that again.
Is Haney ever going to fight Ryan Garcia?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Now, they've been in each other's grill a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like I know.
See,
Where'd you go? Boom, Schuster. Come back, TP. Come back.
she'll probably come back, But like I said,
Yeah.
it's the lot of guys like the Spence, the Garcias, the Buds. They're getting more attention because it used to be back in the day it was the heavyweights, but now the heavyweight division is kind of a mess. I mean, we're still waiting on Tyson Fury 3. AJ he dodged Wilder for a fight. He fought Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he beat him, and then I think the fight that what really messed up their Wilder versus Johnson, Joshua was when Joshua lost to Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Even though Wilder got a draw with Tyson Fury, particularly really that loss to Ruiz kind of messed up that fight for Wilder versus Joshua.
Yeah, I'd like to see Marshmallow Man versus Joshua 3 for fun.
I think I may not even. I don't think that's gonna happen. It might. I don't know.
Probably not.
That'd be a good trilogy. You gotta think about it. Ruiz has a win over Joshua. Joshua has a win over Ruiz, and the fight just to break the draw. But it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a bad excuse on Ruiz's, but he came in overweight. He said he just got to his head and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's true or not, but it'd be sort of interesting.
He did like a Buster Douglas. He let too many people give him his head. He should have been focused because he lost his hunger. You go in there hungry, but then you lose that hunger. You're not the same. It happens too often to fighters. When Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson, then he lost to Evander Holyfield. If he still had that hunger, he probably maybe fend off Holyfield, but Holyfield was a little bit better fighter compared to Buster Douglas.
Yeah, I saw. Let's see, what's that podcast that Tyson does? What's it called?
I forgot. I know I've seen it before. It's I remember one time they showed this guy Ace Vane. He took and used that one of his interviews where he had a Sugar Ray Leonard on but I forgot the name of it. Yeah, yeah. I know he was on something. He did something with Cyborg once.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw him and Holyfield talking as well.
Yeah,
It
and
was funny.
then Holyfield talking about how he wants to fight Tyson now, but
Why?
he had his chance, but
Yeah.
he messed it up for himself. But he don't need to come back. You know, he's through. He's through. Holyfield's through. He's almost 60. He stayed too long in boxing because he stayed maybe 5 more years longer than he's supposed to. He was fighting mostly just to pay child support. And then, this is people are going to say that I'm wrong about this. That second fight, Holyfield was losing. Mike Tyson was beating him. And then he headbutted Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson, what he did instead of just, shaking it off, he beat him on the ear. Well, if it was me, I hit him below the belt. And you just get a warning.
TJ's back with us.
Hey Tay.
She is muted.
Well, I'm actually Tay, if she can hear me.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about Curtis Blaze catching COVID? He was supposed to fight Derek Lewis.
Yeah,
that
we heard about
fight,
that.
I mean, that would have been a good fight. Who do you think would have won that fight?
Blades. I probably think Blades. I like the black beats. I like Curtis. I like Curtis Lewis.
Yeah. I think Curtis, I like both of them. I think Curtis probably most likely would have won that fight too because Curtis has the better skill than Derek Lewis. But see, with Derek Lewis, I wouldn't account him out because when you think he's losing and he poppy with that right hand, it's all over.
Cause remember that fight he had with that Russian, that guy what's his name?
I forgot.
Volkov. Volkov.
Yes,
his name is Volkov.
He was actually losing that fight.
And he hit Volkov with that right hand. And somebody did a meme on that, a video meme where it's like from to that Mortal Kombat part where say, oopsie, and he just knocked him out. And
but see, Derek's style, it reminds me of Kimbo Slice because he has that street style like Kimbo.
Yeah.
And his cardio, I just wish he would work on his cardio though, Derek.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That was the same thing with Kimbo Slice. His cardio wasn't that good. Because remember that fight he had with Dada 3000, and that was just one of the sloppiest. And that's why he, I think most of it was why he died was he had a heart attack. And I think the big problem was that I think somebody said Kimbo was taking steroids.
Oh God!
Just the room. That was one of the rumors, and just that even though he did all his street fighting, he just didn't have great cardio. He just trained just to fight and knock guys out. He didn't train for stamina. That's the thing is that's one thing you need to train for stamina. Remember,
Kimbo was a street fighter before he, did MMA because he did all these underground, yard fighting and Rampage Jackson the same way too.
Yeah.
But I think with Derek Lewis, if he was to work on his cardio and take it seriously, he would actually be much better than he is right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Vince Lombardi said, "Fatigue makes cowards of us all. You need the stamina." When I wrestled in high school and college, my high school coach wasn't that great of a wrestling coach, but he worked us so hard. We had a lot of stamina, a lot of high aerobic ability.
Mm-hmm.
And we would win a lot of matches in the third round simply because we had better air than the people we were wrestling.
Yeah, I think with Derek, he needs to do like a lot of running, like a lot of road work because I noticed like like even after the first round, he gets so tired
Mm.
so easily. But he's a good fighter. But I would have to say Curtis would have had definitely would win that fight if. But it's supposed to take place again. I don't know because he has COVID. But they said they wanted to try to
Mm,
reschedule it. Yeah, Curtis has he tested positive.
yeah. No, it'd be too soon to I think they have to wait till like about February. Because if he really goes serious recover, because if he goes there and fight like before around
Hmm.
January, he's gonna get
Right.
beat. He'll get beat. I
Yeah.
think maybe
Yeah.
February or March for that fight. I mean, anybody who gets like like Dennis said, Leon Edwards was supposed to fight this guy from Russia,
Hmm.
and he got COVID. And
Oh
any other
God.
fight, you saw what happened to Pacific Cavillo when she came back, and she like she was the Walking Dead. That fight was too soon.
Oh God. Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, like even though I feel energetic and everything like that, there's some periods of time where I do feel like I'm losing my energy. But yeah, it knocks the wind out of you.
Yeah, because you try to get your lungs try to get to adjusted, try to get to because
Right.
it affects your lungs. And I think
Right.
at least give I know they don't want you got to give people at least 2 months, 2 months from
Hmm.
the from to really recover before if you could ever consider them fighting again.
Right.
And you know
But who do you think Chris Cyborg should fight next?
Tough one.
either I think
Nunes.
we want the lion ass queen. We want her to Cyber should do like do like a Clubber Lang from Rocky 3. Nunes is like it's some kind of thing with Nina and say, tell her like, hey Nina.
Because I'm just saying because who is on that roster really? I mean, we don't want to see Bud him. We don't want to see her fight Julia Budd again. I mean, she already fought Leslie Smith. I
Yeah.
don't even know if Kat Zingano want to take that fight.
She might be boxing next, though, right?
I think she said she wants to do that next is box.
Yeah, I think she has a boxing match. They're trying to work out a boxing match. And one thing, the boxing will be really good for her because in that Nunes fight, Nunes throws straight punches, and straight punches land at their target better than those roundhouse punches. And Chris's punches, she needs to come up right at the middle. She needs to learn when to do either one.
But
But
I believe if they was to fight again, her and Nunes, I believe Chris would actually win that fight because Chris has made a lot of adjustments, and I like when she had trained in Africa. You can see that in the Arlene Blanco fight, and you can see that in the Julia Budd fight. And I'm rolling with Chris if they was to fight again. You know.
yeah, I think
Well,
so. I think so too. Chris has been, the Africa thing has been working her ground game. Then the boxing will help, help her punch better, help her punch smarter, and as well as she'll fight smarter as well. She won't go in there full balls of the wall as you were and
Yeah.
get caught like that.
And her
so like I
first
said,
submission, I'm so happy for her. She
yeah.
did her first submission.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that fight. And I feel sorry for Arlene Blanco. She got up, she was crying. I mean, she never been stopped because you remember her and Julia Budd, their two fights, they went down to decision, and I feel bad for her. But Cyborg's just a superior fighter. But like I said, there's always her and Julia Budd too. But I don't know if Julia Budd want to do that. Most
I don't
definitely Kat
know.
Zingano. You know, sh-
Oh
maybe
yeah,
it's gonna be Leslie. Maybe it's gonna be Leslie Smith. I
I
mean,
hope I hope not.
Nah, that doesn't make any sense for her to fight
I,
Leslie. I mean, she's gonna
I
destroy
know.
Leslie.
Yeah, she destroyed that. Yeah,
The other
but
thing got Bud was scared before the fight. I mean, she wasn't. She was intimidated. She lost before she got in there, and she would have
I
lost,
think
right? But that'd be it worse.
question is who hit her harder, Cyborg or her husband?
Bad, George, bad.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But
so who's the heavyweight champion by the end of next year? At the end of next year, who's the heavyweight champion? MMA.
Wilder. We want to see Wilder be heavyweight.
Or MMA.
It may. I think Stipe's gonna hold the title. He's gonna, because more than likely he's gonna, if Curtis Blade's not gonna be 100%, he'll probably fight Francis Ngannou again.
You think Nagano's been improved? Nagano can beat him if he develops the skills. He's got all the physical ability in the world.
I don't
Yeah.
think he can beat Nagano because
I
didn't
don't think so
Francis
either.
Ngannou beat Curtis Blades before?
I don't know.
Yeah. Ngannou beat Curtis Blades.
Yeah, I want to see him fight. I want him to fight Stipe because I want Nagano to avenge his loss against Stipe, and I think he is the next in line to fight Stipe.
Yeah, if Nagano's gone to school, he should beat Stipe because he has all the physical ability in the world to be able to do it. He just needs to develop technique.
Yeah, I'm going with Francis
Yeah.
on this. If he was to fight Stipe, I like Stipe as well, but I'm gonna go with Nagano. I would want Francis to win the belt.
But here's the big question here: who's gonna fight for the 135 title in the women's division? Because we know we don't want to see another DDR versus Amanda Nunes,
Oh
and
God,
definitely don't want to see another Holly Holmes versus Nunes. I
I'm
mean,
sick of Holly Holm.
yes, we all sick of Holly Holmes. I mean, she gets more chances than a. It's just. I mean,
I don't know.
you can.
I want to. I really don't want to see Megan Anderson because I know what's gonna happen. I really want to see her fight Cyborg again.
Yeah,
I,
but
I
Dana. But we all know Dana White doesn't want to do a one-turn deal with Heyman and Scott Coker don't like each other,
I
and
know.
I mean,
And
it's gonna be great.
he
I
don't
mean,
like Chris Cyborg.
yeah, and that's the thing.
Can't stand her.
This is like this. Never let your personal feelings get away of money, and that's the problem with him. He let his personal feelings get in the way of money. And everybody knows, like I told the coach before, that Cyborg fight, they should have kept it in Vegas. They should have moved John Jones his fight to, because I remember there was supposed to be a UFC Anaheim, but they canceled because they had a main event.
Yeah,
What he should have did,
the unfortunate thing there, George, if you have enough money like Dana White, you can occasionally indulge your biases and prejudices. Uh,
hmm,
Chris isn't a Playboy model babe like he likes to see.
yeah, but that's the thing is, that's just the problem. That's the problem because you know what, you're looking at Chris has a strong, like, I became a fan after for a while. I remember seeing her before, but then over some time I really became a fan of her. When she does a live stream, especially when she does a live workout with her niece Gabby, I watch every now and then. When she does her other little videos, she promotes fights in Brazil. And I mean, if I was Scott Coker, she promoted these fights on her channel in Brazil. You have some fighters you can recruit, some fresh new fighters from, especially out of Brazil. You can get them over here if they can pass the quarantine and stuff like that. I mean, and I think they should do like this. The UFC should do like what the NBA and WWE did. Put your fighters in a bubble. Pick the fighters you're gonna pick like months in advance. Put them, you can afford to put them up someplace for a while. Put them in quarantine, have them check everything else. But he's too cheap. He's a chinky billionaire.
I don't know. Dana White is just disgusting. I can't stand him.
Yeah, and like I said, like I told uh, Dennis. Remember, Coach mentioned to me that he felt like this. Dana White should go. Mick Maynard and Sean Shelby should take care of everything else, and bring in Shannon Knapp to take care of the women.
Oh
Let her
yeah.
just let her, because she can set up the good fights. She can set up tournaments. She can recruit. She can probably get the 145 division to grow, even though the Invictus 145 division is not as big as compared to the Bellator's.
No. Yes, and that's why it don't make no sense for Cyborg to go back to Invicta because she just cleaned house over there. And plus Invicta is, with the UFC. So what is she gonna accomplish in Invicta anymore? I mean, she wiped out practically the whole division. So
Is, it,
Bellator is where it's at because it's the legit 145.
is Harrison
just
ever going to shut up or shut up?
Oh
Yeah.
please,
It just
Kayla
need to pay the
Harris.
fighters better.
You're going to put up or
Oh
shut up?
God, not hype job Harrison. She's
I want her to get grounded in reality with the Chris Cyborg fight.
She's not gonna
if,
fight Chris because she's scared.
no. If she loses to some to a jabroni fighter, they're gonna have to put her on suicide watch.
Because she's talking about now she wants to fight Chris Cyborg, but she had the opportunity to do that. She could have went to Bellator, but I wonder why she didn't want to go there because she doesn't want to fight Chris Cyborg.
I think that might be a part of it, but I think the other part of it is it's the path to the UFC, and you can make more money in the UFC if you do.
But Dana White doesn't do one shot fights.
Yeah.
And he's
I think she wants to
then-
eventually join the UFC, basically.
and there's no
And
155
then-
division there.
Yeah, and then her contract with PFL, she can't fight with any big organization that's UFC or Bellator. You know.
So they gave her the Invicta thing. Wonder how many fights she has left on her PFL contract.
And that's sad that PFL has similar fights while you have organizations like UFC, LFA, Bellator. There's a new organization that started about last month, XFC, and they had a fight between Jessica Aguilar and Daniel Dynamite Taylor.
Mhm.
And then even professional wrestling is having matches. Boxers having matches. The PFL, they're dragging their feet. Like they can't afford to set up a thing. You don't have to bring a lot of people. Just do the same guidelines like everybody's doing. You don't need a crowd. Just bring the ring corner, the corner people, bring in the judges. You have the referee, and just basically that's about it. You don't need a lot of people. Even bare knuckle fighting had an event about a few months back. As you know, Paige Van Kant supposed to be fighting in bare knuckle fighting.
She gonna get killed over there.
She gonna look like
fighting. She needs to get out of that whole game.
Especially if she fights Christina, what's her name? That's the one I like, Team Misfits. Boy, she gonna get
I
murdered.
think she got called out by the Bret Hart. She called out. That was and she came to the ring.
Cause those ladies over there, they killers, man.
Cause I remember Beck Rollins. She went over. That's where Beck Rollins went up. She had a couple of fights. And
I'm surprised because Beck was doing excellent over there. I don't know why she left.
Well, she's still there, but she knows she has. Scott Coker gives her a carte blanche. She can do the Bellator, and she go back over there. They probably just have to set up her fight.
She sucks at MMA. She was doing good at bare knuckle brawling. She needs to go back over there because she won the belts over there, but she sucks at MMA.
How many of those fights though can a person take? They're only human beings.
You gotta think, because
she freaking sucks, man. She's garbage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because she got that head kick from Paige Van Zandt. Yeah, the Danielson kick that coach had the crane kick. And we ain't heard anything. I think you hadn't heard anything from Angela Magana. I mean,
oh god.
I think that's also.
I heard she's boxing.
I know somebody said she got a OnlyFans page.
Of course.
Whatever happened to Montana? Was it Montana?
Montana.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Angela Magana.
No, but there was who's the gal that was supposed to fight Valentina, and then she won the one.
Nico Montano. Nico supposed to have fought this summer, but she also caught COVID. Her fight was canceled, but I think she's supposed to be fighting next year.
Who she was supposed to be fighting?
I think it's Vanessa Mello.
How many years has it been since she's even fought?
It's been about 2 years since she lost that title.
That's crazy.
And who is supposed to? Isn't Juliana Pena supposed to be fighting somebody?
Yeah, Julia's supposed to be fighting Sarah McMahon.
Oh, that's gonna be woo, Sarah McMahon. Yo, you know that fight is gonna be on the ground for real because both of them ain't got no stand up.
Yeah,
So
Sarah's a wrestler. Because I followed Sarah on IG, and I said that I hope to get you the opportunity to fight. She said, "Well, she want to fight a top 5 opponent." Well, you know
right.
how it is. You may not gonna get a top 5 opponent, and I think Julia is kind of like a top 5 opponent. So that's she got a top 5 opponent.
Sarah's sort of old though too for the game.
Who?
McMahon is a bit old for the game too.
Yeah, because I think she's 40 now. She was out for a while because she had her son, and then she
Yeah.
hadn't fought since the first of this year. And she's one of the original women who started the bantamweight division. And her last fight she fought was it Leon Landsberg? I think it was somebody, and she won.
I
But
think it
then
was Lena Langford,
yeah, because she lost to Marion by that triangle submission. And
Yeah.
Marion supposed to be
Marion
fighting.
Renault.
He's
Marion
fighting
Renault is fighting Macy what's it, Macy something?
Chazon. Chazon.
She's on. Yeah.
Chazon. Macy, she needs to be at 145 because she supposed to have fought, but she couldn't make the weight. Macy's too big for 135.
She's a tall girl too.
She's a featherweight.
And she's killing herself trying to squeeze to 135, dropping down. I think she's like maybe, let's say 270 walking around, and she got to drop at least a whole 40, 30 some pounds, where it would be easier for her to fight 145. Her, Babe Malecki. I think Babe Malecki had to drop her fight against
and Norma Dumont. Norma Dumont is a featherweight.
She's got a small.
I don't know why he's making them go down to bantamweight like that.
Yeah. Dumont can make bantamweight better. I think she just has some other.
She can.
I think 135 is hard for Dumont, really.
Yeah. Because she's just a thick girl. That's the thing with Norma. She's thick. She got a lot. She got a wagon behind her.
She's another one that could be good if she got the right training and coaching and develop her skills. It's like Wilder. Wilder has all the physical ability in the world. He just needs to develop boxing skills, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good technician. A sharp good technician beats you every time. I think that a sharp old school technician.
That's
why Ferguson lost to Gaethje. You can being unorthodox only get you so far.
Yeah. Oh, Marcus Bell said the last time he heard that Angela is wrestling somebody. Probably some independent stuff, something like she probably wrestling some back alley somewhere in the Ozarks, wrestling for beer money.
I don't know. She's not anywhere near on my calendar or radar. So
yeah, but one person, because they just said that Alexis Davis is supposed to be fighting Sabina Mazo in February, and it's going to be at 135.
I like Mazo.
Yeah, we like to, she's pretty good. She has a good head kick. I saw a fight she fought against Leslie Williams and also Jesse Thornton, where she killed him with those head kicks. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be more than a one-trick pony, though. That's the thing. And,
that's the thing.
Valentina, Chris. Who on the men's side? Figueredo is good. Ground, standing, everything. He's well-rounded and highly skilled. Mm-hmm. Max Holloway looks like he's fighting Qatar. That'll be an interesting fight. See if Max can come back. He had some tough fights.
Yeah. Yeah, Max is a pretty good fighter. I mean, that fight against Brian Ortega, he killed that boy. I mean, he said, Brian, next time, Brian, don't, that old saying in boxing, don't have sex before the fight. And I think he should have been messing around with Claudia Cadella.
Yeah, Brian looked pretty good, though. I was concerned about how he'd come back mentally after that total ass kicking by Max. He did a good job against Korean Zombie.
Yeah, I didn't see all that fight, but he did a pretty good job. I mean, he shaved his head. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He just had. I think he just realized, I got to become another person than what I was before, because
A
he's
new way,
young.
new way, new day, new way.
Yeah, that's what you got to do sometimes.
Had
Yeah,
to go back. He was another one that needs to develop higher skills all the way around.
yeah. That's like I
Mhm.
said.
What's that, TT?
I said,
Yeah, I think that Claudia Gadea got him on him. She put it on him. She said,
No, I like Adelia, but she's just I don't know what's going on with her because she does really good. It's just that her cardio, man. She just runs out of gas so much.
she what it is, everybody, everybody talk about her abs, but she has no core strength. And you can have a nice set of abs, but you don't have no core strength. That's different. And people always talk about how so many Brazilians don't have any cardio. Have like Mana Nunes and a couple others. But that's the thing. She what she should do is like this. Some boxers do this when they train.
Have a good evening, Marcus. Take care.
All right. What they do when they train is they sometimes they go in a pool and they do like workout, underwater. And maybe that's what she should do more. That and or put her like, I watch some boxers, they put them on like a machine and test out their cardio. That's what she needs to do. She needs to go to a camp and they just work on her cardio.
The cardio, when you have a back, you need a good fight IQ too. To me, she's another one. She had a lot of potential, but developing technique and all the other skills, as well as fight IQ. When she fought Joanna, she wasted tons of energy, which hurt her because of her lack of cardio, just trying for over and over again, trying for a takedown that wasn't there. If you don't get the takedown at first, back away. Unless you're a chain wrestler like Khabib, then it's a different story. But if you can't waste a lot of energy trying for something that you're not going to get.
Yeah, and we hadn't heard anything from Joanna because she's been on vacation. She said she don't want to fight without no crowds. But hey, you know what? If you contract UFC, they're gonna make you fight. So
Oh,
hey.
actually, Marcus was just correcting his typing. So he said Brian Ortega only cut off his hair for a donation. So that's why Brian Ortega got a haircut.
Kind of like what Rose did. Yeah. Hey, the underrated doctors is in the house.
What's up, underrated darkness?
Unfortunately, it's about time for me to close down. You're gonna have to rag on Stamina, get Stamina back here. We need his voice. It's good to get Tate on. Hopefully, get Tate on again for next go around.
Okay. But it was nice talking to you guys. But yeah, I have to get off right now because I have work in the AM. But it's good talking to you, Dennis. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit. I finally got you on. Did you hear George's theme song?
No.
No.
You got to listen to this before you leave. But we'll go out on George's theme song. Y'all have a good evening there.
Oh my goodness.
Leroy boy, you're my friend. You say how and I'll say when. Come and meet me down the street. Take a seat. It's my dream. You made a ever get this chance again. Vanity feels just about to end. We gotta get you over.
Good night, George.
Good night, Lord Hand of the King, Warden of the West.
Good night, Mr. Allen, if you're still around there. Take care, Marcus. Come in earlier, underrated darkness. Let's harass Stamina and tell him to make it next go around. Y'all have a good one. God bless you.
God bless you.